In 2020, I made a video which got a lot of attention. It was the message that RSD, Real Social Dynamics, was using false copyright strikes to bring down my videos, which resulted in a charity, which I'm the co-founder of, a charity's channel being taken down with it, which has nothing to do with RSD. And my complaint was, even though I let them know about the situation and asked them to cooperate, because of their false copyright strikes in the first place, which shouldn't have happened, that channel needs to be up, because that's how most people are aware of the charity in the first place. So that really pissed me off. And I'll give you the timeline just to make it simple. I'm going to look at my phone and tell you the real accurate information. 7 October 2019, I received a copyright strike. 8 October 2019, my channel was taken offline. 11 October 2019, I discovered it and emailed RSD Support for the first time. They ignored me. 20 October 2019, I emailed RSD Support again. They also ignored me. They told me that they would get back to me, but they never did. I have evidence of everything, and I'm going to show you everything. 12 February 2020, I messaged Nick Kho, who is formerly known as RSD Papa, one of the co-founders of RSD. And he gave me one response, but he was no longer the CEO. 18 February 2020, I messaged Rene, the new, at the time, CEO of RSD. He ignored me. 29 February 2020, I messaged Rene again, CEO of RSD, and he blocked me. Disrespect. I never approached them in an aggressive way, but over time, I was getting sick and tired of it. It was for a fucking charity. Are you human or are you disrespectful? My friend died, and this charity was created in his memory because he was killed by depression. This is a mental health and depression charity, and I take it very fucking seriously, and I hope everyone does. If I was in the position of RSD, I would want to solve that problem the same fucking day that I'm aware of it. RSD did not do that. I sent them emails multiple times. I sent them messages multiple times just to be ignored and blocked. Now in May 2020, I made the video about what RSD was doing or not doing to help me get the charity's channel back. And I posted the video, which got thousands of views within a few days. On 24 May 2020, Luke Krogh, formerly known as RSD Luke, was made aware of the situation, and he messaged me. He was the first person to message me to come forward about the whole situation. And he offered to help. So I'm very grateful to Luke for being one of the only humans in this whole situation. 5 June 2020, I messaged Alejandro Cordero, who was the account manager of RSD. I have the evidence of it. That this is how I found out about his information. I knew he was responsible for taking down the videos and the channel because when I found some YouTube details, it was issued in his name that the videos were taken down with false copyright strikes. He blocked me. I approached him nicely. Here's the message. 8 June 2020, I messaged Nick Kho again, who was the former CEO and one of the co-founders. 9 June 2020, Owen Cook, RSD Tyler, was made aware of the situation and he actually communicated with me. So I would also like to give appreciation to Owen Cook for also being human and being one of the only people in RSD who is actually concerned and actually communicated with me. 15 June 2020, Owen responded with some progress and asked how we could solve it. That's the question I want to fucking hear, and I was very grateful for Owen to come back to me with this information and help put together with me a plan to resolve it. That's what a man does. 28 July 2020, the channel was back online. Everything was over, everything was okay, but the stats, the viewership, and the watch time for the charity's YouTube channel never recovered. It lost 295 days of time. Time that people could have been made aware of this situation. Time where we could have helped people with mental health problems and depression. Time that was wasted going in fucking circles and wasting my time by using false copyright complaints, taking down channels for no fucking reason. That's almost 10 months, almost an entire year that I was chasing to get results. Now I have the screenshots of all this. I have met Luke before. I have a receipt where he actually bought me and my girlfriend at the time a drink. This was 6 years ago now. Yeah. So I know Luke personally. I know that he's a sensible guy in that way. And I'm very grateful to Luke and to Owen for actually helping resolve the situation. Owen Cook did more about it in one sentence than everyone else combined, aside from RSD Luke. And that makes the fucking difference. The copyright strikes that they issued were against videos that had nothing to do with them. One of them, for example, was a video I did with Brandon Carter. Brandon Carter sometimes toured with Derek, RSD Derek Montagueberg, whatever. And Brandon Carter never worked for RSD. He was not an employee. He had nothing to do with RSD. So you cannot legally copyright strike or claim copyright on a video that's not even yours. RSD also placed a copyright complaint on a video that they commissioned me to do for them to make some sales. They commissioned for me in 2018 to make a video just a few minutes long promoting their RSD European Summit in London. That was the city I was living in at the time. They came to me to make a video for them to give people a discount to the RSD Summit that was being hosted in London. They told me to do that. I did that for them, and that got them a lot of sales. They then claimed that video as their own copyright, as their own property, as their own video. I made it. None of them were in it. They also tried to copyright strike a video which two guys made. One of them was a friend of mine in Miami, and they were just having conversation on the floor in a place just like this, but in Miami South Beach. They were just sitting on the grass. So I'm going to continue on here because my other camera just ran out of storage. They also placed a copyright strike on a video that I asked my friend to do in Miami. And it was just two guys sitting on the grass in a place just like this, but in Miami South Beach. And they were just having conversation on the grass right next to the beach for about 20 minutes. The video was 20-something minutes long. And RSD Luke Krogh was in the video for about 20 seconds. Near the beginning. The video therefore does not belong to RSD or RSD Luke. He was just a cameo. He gave a few words as contribution to the video, a little shout out. That does not mean that the video is owned by RSD. So these are false copyright complaints, which then become, once looked at by YouTube, they normally become real YouTube copyright strikes. But they're not actually real, they're based on a false premise. So these were videos in many cases that had absolutely nothing to do with RSD. Yeah, maybe Luke was in this video for 20 seconds, but if Michael Jackson was in my video right here, dead, for 10 seconds. That doesn't mean it now belongs to the Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson's family. If I had Mickey Mouse in the background, if I had a balloon of Mickey Mouse in the background that just floats up for 5 seconds, it doesn't mean Disney now owns this fucking video. That's not how it works. The funny thing is, I was working with RSD until 2018. I was there for nearly 3 years. I was assisting RSD Max. I was assisting RSD Luke. I was assisting RSD Ozzie. I was also assisting with events most of the time. Derek, Jeffy, Madison, whoever the fuck else, Maze. I was helping them with their RSD Euro Summit. And they commissioned me to do a video for them so they can make more sales. And I know that it made sales because people came up to me personally and thanked me for making that video to save them money on the tickets. RSD asked me to do that, but they had the fucking they had the fucking audacity to claim that video, which they asked me to do, to justify taking down my entire channel and all my other channels. And that's just bullshit. They, at the time of the RSD Euro Summit, they approached me to ask me if I was okay making videos for RSD officially. I would be effectively an RSD instructor on the website. They wanted my videos on their website on RSDNation. And they approached me to discuss this at RSD Euro Summit a few days after I made that RSD Euro Summit video, which I made completely by myself, just like this. There was nobody else in the video. So I would have been the only person on the RSD website who wasn't an instructor but making videos. And that would have got me lots of views and potentially, maybe, I don't know, but maybe that could have got me into becoming an instructor for RSD. But at that point, a few weeks later, they shut down all their groups and they just disappeared from the radar. That's around the same time that this YouTube situation happened, because they panicked. Now I would like to thank Luke Krogh and Owen Cook for actually being the only ones to actually express concern and actually communicate and attempt to resolve the situation. And because of these two guys, my faith in RSD was somewhat restored. But it was sickening knowing that there were so many other people in the organization that were doing absolutely nothing. And it was as if they were kind of told to ignore me in an official meeting or something. That's not the right thing to do. It's a charity. We could have saved some lives potentially. We could have had conversations with people that could have made all the difference. It's a mental health charity. It's designed to help people and occasionally stop someone from killing themselves. We lost nearly an entire year of awareness through our mainstream of awareness, and RSD was responsible for that. And for almost 10 months, nothing was done to resolve it. So the situation is solved now. This is just to give you an update and to give you the facts and the evidence. There's a document with all the evidence compiled. I have also given timestamps throughout the video. Everything is okay now. I had to save fundraising for another time, but maybe it would work out. So thank you, Owen. Thank you, Luke, for being the only ones with a fucking heart. And fuck you, everyone else who didn't do anything about it, but was in the position to listen and the position to act. And thank you to all the guys back in 2020 and since then who have supported my message and supported my public announcement, because the only thing I wanted was for the situation to be resolved so I can let the charity exist and make people aware We lost so many views, so many potential views, so many likes, so many comments, so many conversations that we could have had. It should not have happened, but it's over now. That's the update. Thank you for watching.